We open with a turbocharged fight night read, trade a little who's on the show banter, and then I tee up today's theme, how endings reveal stars, and why Kevin Durant's messy exits and leadership gaps ding how I see his legacy.
KD's frustration with rings culture makes sense, but those Golden State titles don't carry the same weight for me. And while he's still a top-tier scorer, Houston's chemistry issues make him look more like a roaming specialist who fits best beside a clear alpha like Brunson, Ant, or Cade.
I cut hoop artists some slack the way we do rock stars. I loved guys like World B. Free, and with KD, I separate the brilliant craft from the chaotic exit.
He's sharp and invests well, but the Rodgers comp lands because the online back and forth and burner mess feel very millennial and way beneath someone of his stature.
Boomers had their vices and luck. Different eras, different hang-ups.
We grew up scrolling while housing rocketed out of reach. So forgive me if I needle the generation that bought for pennies and sold for millions.
On Draymond and Austin Rivers, I love Dre's game, but you can't gripe about Steve Kerr when your whole career's been Hall of Fame coaches in perfect context.
Draymond is a brilliant winner, but on a random roster, he's not a headliner. The dynasty runs through Steph, and elite role mastery plus winning is what vaulted Dre into the all-time convo.
Think Rodman when the Pops and Phils of the world vouch for you. There's real value, and Kerr always kept Dre as a foundational piece.
Totally. But even with that, he's a force because of the stars beside him, and his confidence tracks when Steph and LeBron constantly validate him.
Wembanyama's a defensive alien and an offensive finisher, not a creator like Steph or Jokic, so I'm not sure he becomes the face of the league, and his style isn't yet must-watch for me.
He's thoughtful, already near the top in jersey sales, and might be the outlier big, who breaks that rule if the winning comes.
Minnesota's a nightmare late in games, and while Wemby's defense captivates, you can bump him off spots on offense, which dulls the show for now.
He's already the best defender alive on a per-minute basis and can grow on offense, but right now I'm awed by the Wolves' grit. Finch's group is fearless, physical, and keeps over-delivering.
I can't read the East, so are the Knicks actually good or just hot in a weird conference?
It's messy, but if they're the least flawed group and Brunson is rolling, they can steal the East and then anything's live in June.
Some guys slipped and the bench isn't deep, which makes the profile odd.
DiVincenzo is thriving hearts everywhere. Their blowout streak is absurd and probably unsustainable, and the other East teams all have trust issues of their own.
The West keeps pounding the East in cross-conference play, which says plenty.
With league-wide depth and three-point variance, upsets once stun me. Lower seeds like Minnesota or a loaded Philly can be legit threats.
Let's hit NFL over-unders and why schedule order matters, from weather and altitude to buys and cold road games.
The sequencing is real football value.